Hey, good morning, good evening, good night. It's one of those for somebody. We need to talk about the 2020 and 2021 GMC Sierra and Chevy Silverado 1-ton suspension and steering. In my opinion, likely some of your opinions as well, since you're looking at GMs, this truck is hands down best on market. I say that for a lot of reasons. There's a lot of tech data to back it up. There's a lot of comparisons, pulling the same weight with the same tires through the same terrain, and the Allison transmission with the 6.6 Duramax outdoes them all. Sometimes it has less torque, sometimes it has less power than the competitors, but the bottom line is it just performs well. It's a winning combination. So quick side note, 6.6 liter Duramax diesel, proven over decades. Allison approved, not built transmission. This is a co-developed transmission between Ford and GM, and they had it Allison approved. It is not made by Allison. But I assume, since they took the time and effort to test and approve the transmission, that it's a proven product. You can count on that. Anyway, I will get sidetracked occasionally. We'll get back on task as soon as we can. Okay, so steering and suspension. The worst thing, the Achilles heel of this platform in both Chevy and GMC was the severe knock. Left, right, you go over bumps and this steering wheel's going like this. No matter what you do, it's just bouncing back and forth. Large metallic clunks coming from the steering column. It was miserable. You go over a speed bump at anything less than a perfectly straight angle and you articulate your suspension. It was the harshest, most confusingly loud endeavor. So what did I do? At 10,000 miles, I had a recall actually done on the steering and they replaced some sort of coupler in the steering column. I really should have prepared for this video and figured that out, but send your VIN number to your dealer. They'll tell you exactly what it is. And I'm telling you, if you have the problem in your steering, it will change your life. But it won't completely change your life, because the stock pitman and idler arm are crap. So I avoided buying this truck for over a year. I went with the 2020 AT4 half-ton because of the ride quality. But I avoided this truck because I hated the way it drove. I'm a GM loyalist. I love them. I've had 3. We've had plenty of, well, we used to have the 2016 and then 2019 Acadias. But this truck is the one I wanted. So we ran into a solution for the suspension. We got this Cognito level kit. It has Fox 2.0 with remote reservoir shocks, and it had an upgraded pitman and idler arm. That was an absolute game changer. I went from busting my gut over every little bump and imperfection and expansion joint in the freeway to absolutely loving this truck. The Ram 3500 arguably has best in industry and best in class ride quality straight out of the box. But you're driving a Ram. I don't know if that's a compromise you're willing to make. So you want the truck you want and the truck you need. The $2,400 or so solution was those Fox 2.0s with the Cognito level kit and the pitman and idler arm combo. Now rides absolutely the way I wished it would have from the factory. So the other thing though, there's one drawback to putting those Fox 2.0s on the back. So what are they for, right? They have a larger capacity with the remote reservoir, but they don't heat up as quickly. They don't fatigue as quickly. So you get a better ride quality, right? Over long periods of time, washboards. But what most people don't think about is towing, right? So why did we buy these big honking trucks? Because we tow. So again, with the sidetrack, I'll just quickly brush on this. This goofy little aluminum piece of something is an Anderson Ultimate Hitch, okay? I never thought I'd be towing with an aluminum anything, but we have 24,000 pound gross trailer weight and 4,500 pound tongue weight. We'll never get there, right? Not with the typical fifth wheels that we pull. Maybe if you have like a gooseneck or something, but you're looking at different. I'm not a towing expert, but you're looking at different hitches anyway. So anyway, the Anderson fifth wheel ultimate. Okay, you can Google that. Nobody sponsors me. I don't care what you buy. I'm just giving you information that I have. So we upgraded from a bumper pole that weighed 7,700 pounds, fully loaded, to this, in my opinion, gargantuan. It's only a dual axle. It's not one of those triple ones that look like you're pulling a house down the road. But anyway, we upgraded to this 17,523 pound trailer. Yes, it's not an Audi. Good job if you pointed that out. It actually looked like a Lexus RX SUV. The grill actually looks like an Audi grill, but it also looks like a Lexus grill. Lexus kind of followed suit with Audi with the enormous grills. So I slapped an Audi sticker over it instead of Lexus, and it's just kind of a running joke in our family. We did it to dirt bikes and four-wheelers and stuff too. So anyway, the biggest problem with this suspension, the only problem, is the fact that you get, I don't want to say severe, you get noticeably more sag when you hook up to a trailer, right? So what do we do about that? Okay, we showed you the Fox 2.0s, remote reservoir, these are the rears. I threw in these Firestone Ride Right airbags. If you have an extra $250 and an hour and a half sitting around in your house, you need to do this. Because I solved my problem, right? My biggest problem with this truck, but then I inadvertently created one other. So these are 5 to 100 PSI Firestone Ride Right airbags. I went dual line, and let's get my big butt off the ground and see. What did we do? We scented out the license plate cover. So now when I'm hooking up, I'm putting on the trailer camera package, I'm putting on the 7-pin tow hitch. Oh, I don't even use that because we use the bed one. All I do is take a little handheld air pump, and I pump these up to about 20 to 40 PSI depending on the load and the way I want it to ride. It absolutely solves my problem. If this is the truck you want and you don't want that ride, I'm telling you, Fox 2.0s with remote reservoir, Cognito level kit with the upper control arms and the Pitman and idler arms. That solved my problem. And I went with the aftermarket XD wheels. They're still 20-inch, but I put on these Meteor tires. I don't get an ounce of rub. And I believe, I really wish I would have prepared a little bit better for this, guys, but I believe it was a 1.5 to 2-inch front level, but I had a local shop put it on, and I don't recall. I should have got the paperwork out of the glove box. Anyway, solved my problem. It solved the steering, suspension, and ride quality issues. I love the truck. I love everything about it. I'm gonna actually charge this phone and do a couple more about key fob functions and interior menu options. Anyway, hope you guys love your trucks. Talk to you later.